This is Jade.
And this is Pinky. And we are Chicks on Wrestling. When we're not filming,
we listen to
Unlimited Radio, 247.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another special edition of Lowdown Radio only on Unlimited Radio, 247.net. And ladies and gentlemen, we got part 2 of this very special series with Casa Day 18 Studios, and we're going to have the one and only Jade Hogan live on our show this evening. For those of you that have not been following Unlimited Radio and Casa Day 18 Studios has now joined forces, and you guys should be definitely checking out the website because Casa Day 18 is phenomenal, and it's awesome to be merged with these wonderful individuals. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we are going to have the one and only Miss Jade Hogan live on Lowdown Radio.
This is Pinky, hostess of In the Pink, co-host of Chicks on Wrestling. When I am not recording, I am listening to the one and only Unlimited Radio 247.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lowdown Radio, and please help me welcome the one and only Jade Hogan. How are you, sweetheart?
What's up?
How are you today? You doing pretty good?
Yeah. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there, that a girl. Well, I appreciate you taking time out for us, and for those of you that do not know, Jade is half of Chicks on Wrestling here on Unlimited Radio, 247.net, and she is my significant other, and she's an absolute sweetheart, so I'm a very lucky man, what can I say?
You're making me blush.
Oh, what can I say? You know, she's an awesome girl. She's an awesome girl. So, but enough about that. Obviously, the listeners don't want to hear the gooey stuff, the soppy stuff. You know, let's talk a little bit about you. And you know, obviously, you've got a lot of questions, and I'm just going to jump right into it. What is your full name?
Oh wow, Jade Elizabeth Hogan.
Jade Elizabeth Hogan. Okay.
And yes, no relation to Hulk Hogan.
Well, rumor has it you don't like your last name. Why is that?
Simple fact, Hulk Hogan.
So you're not a Hulk Hogan fan? Is that what it is?
Oh, no, not at all. I can't stand him.
Oh, so the 24-inch pythons isn't good anymore? Oh, that's right. It's all about Seth Rollins. I keep forgetting. Oh, God.
Hottie.
Oh, anyway. But, so it's just because of the Hulk Hogan name, huh? Were you teased a lot growing up because of that?
It was a lot of teasing in school, and just everybody was always, oh, why aren't you going to bring your dad there? And you know, he has money. Why can't you get a limo? So it just bugged. Years and years of that just was like, okay, I'm over it.
Okay. Well, I get that. You know, it sucks being young and getting teased all the time at school, and unfortunately, it happens everywhere. Unfortunately, too many kids get bullied and picked on, and you know, and unfortunately, you know, we get some people that grow up and start having some very strong mental issues, and it sucks. But yeah, so obviously, you know, people that are your fans know that you're a single mother of a wonderful young man, and I you know, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you know, those of you that don't know, Jade's little boy Dylan, he's 4 years old, but he is a lot smarter than 4. I mean,
oh my God, he's so genius.
Absolutely, but what is it like to be a single parent?
It's hard. It's definitely hard. I mean, having a child, of course, is a blessing, but it's really hard to do, and especially when you don't have your partner right there. You know? I mean, of course, I'm dating now, and so I have people to help me, and of course, I have the D18 family to help me too.
Right.
So that's always a help and a blessing, but it's a very hard thing to do and a very hard thing to deal with, you know, because you don't want to damage your child with it and, you know, confuse him or her, you know, but you got to live your life too. So.
Right. Absolutely. And For those of you that have not seen Little Dylan, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to post an awesome video of him, and he is an absolutely big fan of wrestling, loves his wrestling, and he impersonates wrestlers' entrances. And rumor has it we're gonna see another updated version of this video, hopefully pretty soon, according to JJ. Definitely looking forward to seeing that. That was phenomenal. But yeah, he does the CM Punk. He does a few of the indie guys out here in California. It was really, really cool to see that.
Yeah. That was a fun one to do.
Did he just start doing that on his own, or was it, it was just you guys kind of saying, hey, let's do this?
It was a little bit of both. JJ would teach him like a couple of the older ones, older wrestlers. Entrances like William Regal. He did Jericho. He's definitely learned it on his own too because of watching wrestling. He loves watching wrestling with everybody. He always asks to stay up longer, to see it. But he's learned it from both.
Okay. Fair enough. And of course his dad, his dad's an awesome guy himself, and he takes very good care of Dylan, and it's awesome to have a good family like he's got, like you said, with the Casa de 18 crew, and with Jeff and you, and luckily I've been blessed being brought into that picture as well, and Dylan's an awesome little boy, and it's going to be really cool to see how he progresses in his life and how he matures as a little boy. I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So, one thing I noticed too with your show with Miss Pinky is there's always a lot of haters out there, and I've seen some very rude comments. I've seen some very disrespectful comments, which to me, when you disrespect a young lady, it really pisses me off. But why do you feel the haters seem to really basically want to bash your guys' show?
Basically, they just have too much time on their hands, to just hate on everybody else. It's basically like bullying. They're just bullies. You could either feed into it or just be like, whatever. At least you're giving us money. You're watching our show. That's a good way to look at it.
Right.
They have to tune in to see what we're doing just so they can, see if they can piss us off another week, But it doesn't work because we don't let it,
Right.
Because like I said, at least you're watching our videos.
This is true. This is true. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're tuning in. They took enough time to even watch your video, to watch the whole thing, to give you a couple extra views, and whether you're hitting that thumb up or you're hitting that thumb down, whatever, you're still showing interest in the video and you're still getting it up those rankings anyway. So, get it? It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny when they think it, hurts us or hurt you guys for making those kind of comments, but it really helps us. So for that, guys, thank you.
Exactly. I mean, with the hating, they show us what we need to improve. So we take those as, advice, and we run with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me, sorry about that. So what does Miss Jade like to do for fun?
I'm a dork. I don't know. I like going to Disneyland and going to movies, going to the park, playing with my son. Playing video games.
There you go. And I've been hearing a little bit about Zumba a little bit. What kind of let everyone a little bit about that and what that's all about?
It's definitely something to look into. It's fun. It's dancing with exercise. It sheds off the pounds, and you're having fun doing it. I absolutely love doing it. You
Okay.
know, and I've lost a lot of weight actually from doing it.
Okay. So it's more like kind of like an action-packed kind of dance, kind of exercise, kind of all wrapped up into one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's salsa a lot too.
Salsa, okay.
They have a lot of salsa moves in there, and hip hop, and it's a lot of dance in one.
Okay. And I'm going to kind of push the rewind button back just a little bit, and I want you to kind of talk a little bit about the Casa de 18 crew. What is it like to work with a bunch of crazy individuals like those guys?
It's definitely interesting, to say the least. We have a lot of different personalities, but we always seem to mix well. You know, I mean, of course, we have our times where we're just like at each other, but more than not, we really get along and really understand each other, and we're able to put that into our shows.
Right.
And
right.
Our work.
Yeah, I mean, I have noticed that as well, and you guys really work well as a team, and I really, really, really am getting to be a big fan of and the recent episodes of Stat Boy Rants. I've been really liking them. I've been seeing a whole side of Mike that I never knew was there, you know. And again, I'm brand new into the mix, but it's really cool to see that side of him. I really am really enjoying that, and doing the new show with JJ for myself. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I was really nervous, really nervous, but that's okay. I'm gonna get better. I think.
It takes time. It takes practice.
So how
Not
long?
Everybody is a genius at it at first. I mean, I'm still working on it.
And how long have you been doing the Casa de 18 stuff?
The Casa de 18 stuff, a little over a year or two now.
Okay.
I actually was on a different channel before I did Casa de 18, so I had prior practice to it, but I hadn't done it for a while actually when I joined in, and so I was kind of with it. Plus, I wasn't doing my homework as much as I am now. Just wasn't really into it. Now.
Thank you for that, by the way.
No, you know what? Thank Pinky.
Oh.
Pinky's actually the one who makes it fun and interesting. I mean, after we did the whole screw job bit, she really she sat me down and talked to me about it, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And the next day, I woke up and I went outside for a second. I came back in, and I was like, hey, Pink, is there any wrestling that I can watch? Because I really want to watch some wrestling. And she's like, what? She just kind of looked at me like, huh? Because before that, I was just I would fight her with it, and I didn't want to do it. But because she makes it so much fun and interesting to me and explains it in a way that I really understand and it made it so much better for me, and I really wanted to do it, and I've committed myself to it, and I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of studying you've been doing, and really keeping a lot of notes, and I've been noticing a lot of that, and that's really cool. And again, thank goodness for Pinky and for JJ and the crew, because I've noticed everything has really picked up steam, and it's gotten very popular. I mean, my email, I'm looking at my email, and I got blown up a few times today about the new shows, and wanting to know when me and JJ are going to be on next, and it's really cool because the buzz is starting to get out there a little bit, so that's a cool thing. So what I would
you guys
also
rocked it.
Aw. I appreciate
and
that.
I'm not
I
just saying
appreciate
that because you're my man or anything, you know.
JJ held me up on that one. Thank you, JJ. You held up the fort on that one, man. But so I the one question I wanted to ask you, and this is something that was kind of an interesting question I wanted to ask you, was when you first got wind of the merger between Unlimited Radio and Casa Day 18, honestly and truly, what was your honest first reaction and why?
I was hesitant because I didn't know with our personalities, you know, all of our personalities together, if we would mesh well. And it scares me. You know, I don't want to, you know, commit to something and then, you know, not be able to put my 100% into it and have to go away from it and leave people hanging, you know. It's a big step. And so I had to, you know, consider that. And with talking to everybody at the D18 studios, you know, we were able to voice our opinions about it and come together as a group, as a unit, you know, to make the decision to merge with you guys. And it's been a blessing. So
you know,
I was really happy to do it.
And I can relate to that too, because I'll be honest with you, our company has been really wanting the reviews, the previews, the results, the all that kind of stuff in video form. I mean, we have phenomenal writers with Unlimited Radio, with Tales from the Mat, as well as all the other blogs we got going on. But to have the video, the live person there speaking to you, that's a nice little twist to it too, and it really has brought a lot of positives to us. You know, we were equally nervous, to be totally truthful, but it's been a very good blessing, and I see nothing but huge things in our future.
Definitely.
So, one thing I noticed, you know, with people in the wrestling business, and obviously, unless you've been underneath a rock and haven't seen our shows, you know we're all wrestling freaks, and whatever you want to call us, smarks, whatever the hell you want to call us, but regardless, we love wrestling. And when did you become a wrestling fan?
It was 2004. I actually became a wrestling fan. It was when I met Jeff. I met him through a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, their band. I was doing photography at the time, and he was the merch guy. And he kept seeing me at the shows, and he was like, ooh, this girl is really cute. So, you know, he approached me at one of the shows, and he's like, hey, you know, do you want to hang out sometime? And I'm like, okay. Kind of like, all right, you're all right. So we exchanged numbers, and he called me, drove me crazy, totally, you know, called me thousands of times, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, fine, and asked me if I wanted to go to a wrestling show, and I'm like, all right, because I'm the kind of person that will try things at least once, you know, see if I like it or not. And I was like, okay, well, I've never seen a wrestling show, so okay, all right, I'll go. And we ended up going to PWG, and I loved it. I didn't want to at first, actually. I was like, I went into it like totally thinking, you know, oh, this is fake, you know, this is not real, it's all scripted, you know. But he sat there and said, you know what, forget it's all scripted, just look at the abilities of these guys and then tell me what you think. And I did that, and I was just like, the whole time. I was in love. After that, I was like, okay, this is awesome. And ever since, I've loved it. You know, I've had my times where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting sick of it, but, I'll step away from for a little bit, but then, after a while I'll be like, okay, well, maybe I can try it again, and I come back and I'm like, ooh, awesome, yay, again, So, but yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. I love it, though. It's so much entertaining stuff going on, and so much talent out there, and it's always growing, and that's what I love about it too. Is that it's always continuing to grow.
Right. And you got a good point there. Recently we've been seeing a lot of new faces with WWE, with the Shield, and the new guy that just came out last pay-per-view and jumped John Cena. I don't know a whole lot about him. I'll have to do my homework on him a little bit. I know Miss Pinky knows who he is. But yeah, I really like the fact that they're starting to bring some new faces, some new storylines, new everything. I mean, it's really I don't know if I want to say it hides the crappiness of the booking, but it kind of throws a little twist to it, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, I think it definitely is giving the C Nation a run for its money, because it's bringing in new faces and not just, throwing Cena in our face. Yeah, they're still throwing Cena in our face, but, at least they're giving us something else to look at, instead of just seeing the same damn thing every single week, That's what gets boring. You can't do that with this kind of a thing. You have to keep it fresh, or else it's just going to go down the drain. And
right.
I think with, bringing in new faces, they're doing the right thing finally, and, giving us new material and new people to see and, be excited about, especially like the Shield. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I am so, wanting to see so much more out of them, because they can totally rock this if they are allowed to, much like everybody else, But I think this group can be a really good group if they actually are allowed to be a good group.
Right. I totally agree. If done right, it could be really cool. Maybe we might be seeing the new age version of NWO. Who knows? But yeah, I really like the whole thing and what's going on with that. And that brings me to my next question: is what is your personal opinion of the current WWE product, and why do you feel that way?
That's a loaded one. Right now, I think it's just a little too repetitive. You see the same people every single week. You're not seeing that many new faces, and the people that they're bringing in, they're watering down. They're not letting them show their true ability, and it kind of sucks, because a lot of these guys are really talented, and they look like total just, they look like a mess, because they're not letting them show their talent, and it sucks. I mean, Randy is totally awesome, but they're throwing in our face so much that it's just like, okay, I'm sick of you. You're hot, but The same thing with Cena. They throw in our face so much that it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm done. You're goody two-shoes, all right. Please turn him heel. We need some bad Cena again. Give us some raps and stuff. I don't know, just something new.
Right.
I love, WWE, but it's just sometimes it just makes it such a chore to watch it, because the same thing.
Right. It gets very, very boring. It's like eating the same food over and over and over and over and over again. Sooner or later you're going to get tired of it.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I like watching different, shows that are wrestling, because at least then you get variety, Thank God for different shows, because if you watch the same thing, like you said, you'd get sick of it. You'd be like, okay, I'm done, and you wouldn't want to do it anymore. And so it's great that they have all these different companies that, are on TV or on the, internet or whatever, to watch.
Right. Absolutely. And same question, but different product. What's your opinion about TNA?
They're definitely the weaker one, but I have a lot of boys that are on there, that I've met through going to TNA, going through indie shows and stuff, and I love sitting there watching them, knowing that I know them, because I'm getting to watch a friend do their talent, and it's so much fun, I do think it's a weaker one because, it tends to have the people that go from WWE and get fired or whatever go to TNA. It's like, you got the rejects. But again, there's also people that I really, really love on there, and it's fun to watch them, perform and do their thing and their craft, And I definitely think a lot of times they are better than WWE. Especially, I love their storylines a lot more than I love WWE's, because they go more in depth into their storylines more than WWE does.
Now, is it more storyline where you kind of like it better, or is it you got more baby daddies on that side?
Storyline. Definitely storyline. I got more baby daddies on WWE side, but but I mean, with my baby daddies, I love them for their talent too, not just because they're hot. That's, a plus, because then it's just fun to watch them because they're hot too. But because they have talent behind their hotness, it makes it that much better. Like Trips. Trips, I love, whether he's heel or he's face or, whatever, being a goober, it's because that personality and that, drive in him that it makes me just like, hello.
Okay.
It's the same way with a lot of them.
Well, I got a very interesting question, and I think hopefully this won't put me in the doghouse, so to speak. But why is it's okay for you girls to Google eye the guys and ooh he's hot, ooh he's yummy, yeah. But yet when we cheer the women and we say, damn, she's hot, damn, she looks good, you guys raise your nose, give us that look, and it's like, how dare us look at them?
Simple. Jealousy. Girls are a lot more jealous. I don't know what it is, but yeah. I mean, me, sometimes I'll give that look, but more than not, I'm looking at the chicks too. So it's not, I'm like, go ahead, babe, go ahead, look. You're just looking. It's not like you're touching, You can look, not touch.
Good point. I basically call that, what's the correct way to say it? I call that the you're right, honey syndrome. I've learned. And I'm going to be on the record right now to say Jade wears the pants in this relationship.
Wow.
Play that, rewind it, play it over again, whatever you got to do. But no, truth be told, it's been a very good blessing for all of us. And it's been really, really cool. And I really look forward to what's going on in our future. And but this brings me again to another good heated topic. And I know us as myself as well as Casa de 18 crew and everybody, we've really had a hot topic going on lately, and that's the status of women's wrestling as a whole. Now, in your opinion, from a woman's perspective, why is it that you think women's wrestling does not get the respect it rightfully deserves?
It's a man's sport. Simple as that. I've done a couple of interviews with, women wrestlers, and they even said it themselves. It's a man's sport. Women are not supposed to be in this sport. And it's a very sexist thing to think, but yeah, it is. It's a rough, sport to do. It's hard. It's hard on the body, and women are, we're not weaker, but we are. Physically we are, and so putting that kind of stress on the body is difficult, it's strenuous, it's bad, but, I think girls, need to see the women in this sport, sitting there saying, just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't do what this boy does, what this man does. Just because I'm a woman, I can kick your butt, just as much as that man can. And that's what I love about it, because they're showing girls that, we don't have to be the weaker ones. We can be just as good, if not better.
Okay, fair enough. And I look at the status of women wrestling now, and I'm a guy, and I'm not going to lie. Of course, I love beautiful women, and seeing beautiful women wrestle in the ring. Of course, come on, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy watching that. But at the same time, it kind of bothers me as a wrestling fan, because I also like seeing great wrestling. Natty, Beth Phoenix, which unfortunately she chose to want to leave. The Attitude Era with Lita and Trish and Tori Wilson, even back in the day, even though she, developed into a very beautiful woman with Playboy and everything she chose to do with that. But, I really miss that kind of era where, yeah, you can be beautiful, but at the same time, you could wrestle too. And it seems like the wrestling business has just completely went 180 on that, and it basically they basically say, screw you fans, I don't care, we're just gonna do what we want to do anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I think back in the day they listened to their fans a lot more than they do now. I think, the whole, WWE universe, thing is a crock of crap. Because I think, that, trying to think the words for it, I think that they are lying to us, They're sitting there saying, we listen to you, but then they're putting out this product that's just like, oh my God, can you not do that? It's a lot worse than it used to be. It's so commercial now. They've got, it's, to me, and it's funny, and I just thought of this, it kind of reminds me of Baywatch now. because they have all these pretty girls and all these pretty boys, you know. They don't have, you know, the ones that weren't exactly the best looking, but the most talented, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ones that are kind of on the weaker side, but just because they're pretty, they're on the camera, you know. The ones that actually have talent are in the dark matches and stuff. It's disgusting, you know.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. I totally do. But what I want to do now is I want to have a little fun now. We're going to do a little word association.
What, we weren't having fun before?
Oh, we were having plenty of fun. We were having a blast. But I really would like to hear the first thing that comes to your mind when I mention these items. The first one I'm going to mention, J.J. Williams.
Brother.
Brother, okay.
Big brother.
Big brother. Okay. Miss Pinky.
Fun.
Okay. And what about her is so fun?
She's crazy. She's crazy Pinky. There is never a dull moment. You know.
This is true, and she's a woman of her word. She's a woman of her word, and I wasn't going to say anything. And Pinky, please don't hurt me. But she made a bet with me. She lost that bet. Yes, my Packers did kick some booty, and she ended up wearing a Green Bay jersey, and she paid up her dues, and that was really cool. That was really, really cool, and I owe you one on that one, Pinky. Yes, I'll get you some honey jack on that one. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Pinky's awesome. Absolutely, really, really cool girl. Here's another one, Sam Knight.
Amazing.
Which I really, amazing, really?
Amazing.
You think he's amazing? I disagree.
Oh.
I disagree. I think he's a schmuck, and I think I think he's more. To me personally, the one word that comes up to mind is a quitter. That's what I remember. Yeah, we won't get into that one anymore tonight. We won't get into that one. Here's another one, Stat Boy.
Wow. Intelligent.
I totally agree. He's, without question, the best statistician I've ever seen. His memory bank is absolutely phenomenal. You know, maybe a good job for him might be accountant. That might be a good thing for him, maybe.
Maybe.
That might be a real good thing. Okay, here's another one. And I think I know this answer. Eve Torres.
Hosky.
Yeah. Jade really does not like her Eve. No.
She was a sweetheart to me, but as far as her character, yeah, Hosky.
No, I think she has great assets, I think. We'll go with that one.
I bet.
Okay, and here's the last one. Natalia.
Underrated.
Good one. And why do you feel she's underrated?
Because she's not able to show her talent. She's a freaking heart, and they have her farting, and, you know, now being a valet for Great Khali. Like, really? Are you serious? Put somebody like Kelly doing that, not, you know, Natalia. Natty has talent. She needs to show that. Girls need to see that. Same thing as Beth. Beth was phenomenal, and, yes, she's, choosing to go a different path or whatever, but they didn't use her in the way they should. They should have, used her like they used to use, like, Chyna, Lita, Trish, all these phenomenal women. I think they need to bring that era back, and show that off.
Right. I agree. I totally agree with that. Well, again, thank you very much, Jade, for coming on tonight. I had a lot of fun with this. This was really, really cool, and I know my listeners definitely really got to know you really well. And where can our listeners with Unlimited Radio keep up with you as well as the rest of the Casa crew?
We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Unlimited Radio. So check us out on everything. We're always looking for new fans. We're always looking for people to give us insight. And we love hearing from our fans. We love video responses. We love comments. Whatever you want to give us, we're there.
Absolutely. And before you leave this evening, what's next for Chicks on Wrestling? Well, what's happening next with you guys?
Oh, you never know. We never know. It's always a new thing every day. We're doing our homework, we're working hard, but you never know. You just got to tune in.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, sweetheart. Appreciate it, as always, and we'll definitely be in touch after the show.
Definitely.
All right. Well, have a good evening, and I'll talk to you in a little while.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Miss Jade Hogan, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show, as well as we're going to go ahead and make a special announcement on a special guest I'm going to be bringing on tomorrow, and he's a very good, close friend of mine, and he's definitely somebody that's got my back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these words.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? This is the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, and when I'm not busy inside of the Casa D18 studios, I'm listening to Unlimited Radio 247.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lowdown Radio again, only on Unlimited Radio 247.net. And I don't know why I'm playing that song. What the hell? I'm going to have to change that song. I don't want to be reminded of that guy. Hell no. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to definitely be back on the air tomorrow evening. We're going to have Mr. Shawn Heads. We're going to have him on our show, and we're going to talk a little bit with him, and I'm going to really get to know my best friend, because he's got my back, and I really appreciate him, with everything that's been happening, and he's been there for me, unlike some individuals, and it's going to be awesome to talk to him, get to know him, talk about his wrestling career, and it's really going to be cool to definitely be chatting with him. And then this upcoming Saturday, we got Miss Pinky, the other half of the Chicks on Wrestling crew. We're going to be talking a little bit with her, and everyone's going to really get to know her as well. So going to have her coming up this upcoming Saturday. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, make sure you keep checking out the website, unlimitedradio247.net. A lot of awesome things happening all the time on there. Make sure you check out the blogs, the video blogs, the written stuff that we have. Obviously, you can catch our archives. Make sure you check that out, because we always got some stuff going on that website. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, this has been Lowdown Radio. And again, make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 6 p.m. with the one and only Shawn Heads. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Hello, my internet fans. This is the one and only Stat Boy, and I want you to listen to Unlimited Radio 247.net. It's definitely Stat Boy approved.